Hello, everyone, and mabuhay. My name is Sir Juicy Jerry, and once again, welcome to another fun learning experience on our subject Introduction to Mice. Now, what is mice, and what about the mice industry? So let's get to know more details about this unique sector of the tourism and hospitality industry. So I'll be playing a video, and I want you to pay attention on this.
Are you hearing all the hype about mice, but do not know what mice actually is? What mice? Could it be the one shown on TV? No, think bigger. Then what is it? The real mice consist of meetings, incentive travel, conventions, and exhibitions. We organize meetings with a planned agenda to come up with solutions. Enjoy incentivized travel around the world in recognition of your company's performance. We are the professionals of an industry and conventions to exchange perspectives. And we showcase the products or services of companies and exhibitions. Mice offers you glitz and glamour, an endless adventure of fun, and you can always make friends everywhere and anytime. We may make the best laid plans of mice and men, but we always adapt and think on our feet. We are able to allocate our resources effectively, apart from managing our time well. And to us, when we talk about professionalism, it is something we always uphold. Some say we are as poor as church mice for the amount of hours we put into an event. We work really hard, but wealth is more than just money. By the very nature of the mice industry, we are connected everywhere around the world. This means that at the end of the day, our extensive network that we build is our net worth. With Singapore being Asia's top convention city for the 12th consecutive year, and the world's easiest place to do business for the 8th time. There is no time to remain as quiet as a mouse in this booming industry. We are the people who bring people together. We are the mice industry. Join us today.
All right, I hope that you have enjoyed and learned so much watching that video. So really, what is MICE? So based from the video, the acronym MICE refers to meetings, incentives, conventions, and expositions. Some reference material would refer MICE as meetings, incentive, conventions, and events. However, do not be confused as sometimes, other resources would refer to this industry as MEEC as opposed to MICE, but it's all the same. So MEEC stands for meetings, expositions, events, and conventions. But don't you worry, because we will be discussing all of this in the next few pages of my presentation. So I am very much excited. And so let's go. Let us first begin with meetings. Meetings are typically held in hotel conference rooms at convention centers. They are single-day events that bring together a group of professionals to address a key challenge or set goals for the organization. So just to set the regular meeting with the concept of a meeting as we would have in the hospitality and tourism industry, the very meaning of the meaning of meetings for the mice industry would have to be or fall, it has to meet the criteria that it will be held at a hotel conference room or a function room of a restaurant, and it should happen on a one single day, okay? And meeting is the coming together of group of people to discuss or exchange information. In some regions, meetings may be seen as a small scale conference by others. But how small is small? Okay, according to Convention Industry Council, meeting is the gathering of 10 or more individuals for a minimum of 4 hours in a contracted venue. So the definition is made more clearer considering that we have the minimum qualification for the number of attendees for a meeting. So it has to be at least 10. And the meeting should be an organized form of meeting, usually at a contracted venue. And usually that would be at a function room of a hotel or function room of a restaurant. Okay. And in addition, meeting is a general term that refers to the gathering of people to discuss a set of agenda or to do a particular activity. It can be on an ad hoc basis, or meaning to say as needed, or following a set of patterns such as an annual stockholders meeting. Meetings do not include exhibits. So I hope that it's made more clearer now on the definition of meetings. Now, let's go to incentives or incentive travels. Incentives are travel rewards a company may provide in return for excellent professional performance from an individual employees, groups, or partners. A few days in a resort, hotel, or a popular hospitality venue at your company's expense, thus wonders for employee loyalty. So it's nice to learn that there is a special segment in the tourism and hospitality sector that focus or caters on rewards program for the employees. And this is what we call the incentive travel. And usually this would be or dependent on the generosity of the company if they would be subsidizing all of the travel related expense, or usually the company would take care of the airfare and accommodation expense. Say, for example, a 2 days, 3 nights in Vietnam or in Singapore or in Hong Kong. So incentive travels include leisure trips, emphasizing pleasure and excitement, which may appear to have little or no connection to business. What does that mean? What I mean to say is that we could combine business with pleasure. Usually, some companies would include business related agenda as part of their itinerary, like they would be visiting a sister company for benchmarking, or they would be attending a conference, or meeting other important people that is that would contribute to the improvement of the company or of the business. And then after that business related agenda, they are free to roam around the destination and have whatever activities that they have in mind for pleasure and relaxation. Okay, so there are three C's in the mice. So let us not be confused by that, and we will try to differentiate the meaning of these three C's. And I am talking about conference, congress, and convention. But first up, let us get to know the meaning of conferences. Conferences takes meeting to the next level and are designed for a large corporate group to share knowledge across several days. And they often include not only key members of the organization, but also guest speakers and the general public. So in comparison with the meeting, since it is defined that this is a higher level of meeting, if with the meeting, there are minimum of 10 participants, with conference, definitely it's going to be more than 10. It's going to be composed of a large members or participants of an organization, and it also could include the general public, and you would have a guest speaker talk before you, and this could run for several days. It's not just one day. Okay, to provide you more information about conference, it is a scholarly gathering to exchange views and consequently to convey a message, open a debate, or give publicity to some opinions on specific issues. Conference involves research and input and sharing of findings and requires active contribution from the attendees. Conferences are aimed at establishing a position paper as a result of exchange of views. Conference is smaller than a congress and it requires no tradition. It does not require continuity or periodicity. And this is held for a shorter duration of time. And it can involve hundreds or thousands of participants, and conference can come with exhibition. So just like, or an example, by by October 5 to 8, I will be attending an online conference. And this is the third Pacific Asia Indigenous Tourism 2021 conference. So it's an online event and it will run for 3 days virtually, and there are various activities that has been lined up. And as mentioned, that there would be speakers talking about various topics and issues, and there will be a roundtable discussion to entertain the feedback and reaction from the audience. So it's nice to attend conference as this is a healthy exchange of information, beliefs, and results of research. Okay. Next is Congress. A Congress is a regular gathering of people who belong to religious, cultural, professional, or other associative groups. A Congress is often staged to shed light on a particular subject, question, or issue. The length of time between Congress is usually established in advance and can be annual, and a Congress is often lasts several days. So Congress is bigger than conference. A Congress would be a gathering of individuals coming from a certain organization or a certain profession, like in the example below, the Pinoy Media Congress is a congregation of the media practitioners, and it's held for 2 days at the College of Holy Spirit Manila. That was way back in 2020. Another example is Manila International Beauty Congress, which is a congregation of the beauty enthusiasts. Maybe this would be composed of makeup artists, hairdressers, and people in the beauty industry. And another is the 12th Philippine HR Congress, which are also run for 2 days, held at the SMX Convention Center in Pasay. Next is convention, an event where the primary activity of the attendees is to attend educational sessions, participate in meetings, discussions, socialize, or attend our other organized events. It refers to a large national or international meeting. However, unlike a congress, a convention is usually held to commemorate an event or milestone for the host organization. Thus, it is usually held with regular intervals and each staging is given a theme. Moreover, compared with Congress and conference, conventions have a more innovative programs planned to encourage participants to network and interact. And sometimes it includes an exhibition that is related to the theme. Convention is usually based on profession and interest or fandom. So can you just imagine convention being very big, because like it would require a convention facility, just like in Quezon, we take pride that we have the Quezon Convention Center in Paris Park in the Senate City. All right. So an example of a convention, if you are a fan of RuPaul's Drag Race, I'm sure that you're aware of the drag con or the drag convention, by which all of the people who are interested in this kind of activity or kind of art form gather all together in a one prestigious event, and it runs for several days, and there are many activities lined up for the event, in the same way that the fans of doing this what do you call this, wearing of costumes of superheroes, the Comic Con or comic convention. Okay, so they gather and they have various activities, okay, that would tickle their interest and passion for that. All right, let us discuss exhibitions. These are generally trade shows where an organization promotes its key products and services to the public. They are hyper focused event that drum up business and help employees to network and build lasting professional relationship. So obviously, as you could see on the photo, it would have an exhibition or showcase of the various products of a certain industry. And it's not just limited to, like, say, for example, an art exhibit. In the hospitality industry, I have attended one of the biggest exhibition in the world, or if not in the world, in all of Asia, which is the Food Hotel Asia, which is one of the biggest convention, and it's being held in Singapore at the during April or May, and it's held every 2 years. Exhibitions can be generally portrayed as presentation of products and services to an invited audience with the object of inducing a sale or informing the visitors. So as what I have said, during the Food Hotel Asia, in which I have visited, there are 11 halls or 11 convention facilities which showcase the different products related to the hospitality industry. Say, for example, that one venue is dedicated to showcase the products and services related to bread. The other one would be products and services related to beverage production. The other one would be the international cuisine. Okay, so it's really a fun learning experience, and you got to meet different people, the big players of the industry. So exhibition showcase new products, service, information, or promotional materials mounted for the purpose of public relations. And then you could also generate sales from that event. According to Ladkin and Spiller 2000, it is an activity designed for targeted supplies of products, goods, and or services to demonstrate and promote to a certain market. Commercial exhibitions, generally called trade fairs, trade shows, or expos, are usually organized so that organizations in a specific interest or industry can showcase and demonstrate their latest products, service, study activities of rivals, and examine recent trends and opportunities. So that is one goal why we would always participate and join the Food Hotel Asia, because you learn so much from watching, from observing. You are able to learn various trends. You are able to see what's new, what's hot, and you could purchase their products at the lowest price possible, because usually they would be offering bulk discounts or introductory prices to the exclusively for the participants of the exhibition. All right, so these are examples of exhibition, the World Bex, which is held at the World Trade Center in Manila. Themes and motifs are organizing the Wedding Expo, and I love attending Wedding Expo, because you know that as an events organizer, I have to be updated with what's happening in the wedding industry. I have to look for various suppliers who would be able to attend to the needs of my clients. The bakery fair, usually this would also feature various products, ingredients, tools, and equipment, and they would also have competition related to baking and the pastry arts. All right. So I hope that you are able to distinguish the difference of meetings, incentive travels, convention, congress, and conference, and then exhibition. Now, let's check who are the organizational structure of the hospitality industry, because this all would make a big impact on the MICE industry. First is the lodging. The lodging segment consists of all types of places where travelers may spend the night. And this could include hotels, conference centers, resorts, motels, and many more. And I think that you are very much aware of this, because in your macro perspective in tourism and hospitality, you have learned the umbrella of the hospitality and tourism. And the second segment is the food and beverage segment. This contains two subsegments: the food service operations and the beverage operations. Food service operations can include table service facilities that can be broken down into price, type of service, or by cuisine. So you know that there are many different types of restaurants, and they offer different themes, different food, they have different ambiance and different service styles. And so it's the same with the beverage operations. With the transportation segment, this could include any means or modality that people use to get from one place to another. And you know that the modes of transportation, you could travel or get to one place to another by land, air, or by sea. And then the attraction segment of the hospitality is anything that attracts people to a destination, and can be further divided as to either the natural attraction or a person-made attraction. There's a literature that would also give a third classification, which is an event attraction. So natural attractions, these are the natural endowment, which was a gift by our God. And we are very lucky in the Philippines, considering that we are made up of 7,641 islands. We have lots of mountains, valleys, bodies of water, that we could truly say that it's more fun in the Philippines, because a lot of foreigners and tourists would want to visit our country to check on our different natural attractions. And then we have the person-made attractions, which are made of men. Okay, just like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the Eiffel Tower, among others, are person-made attraction. Then we have the other one, the event attraction. And usually this would be the festivals. And you know that considering that we are a Catholic nation, we would have a lot of festivals to boost. And it is gaining attention and popularity from among the many different tourists and travelers all across the globe. The fifth segment is the entertainment, which includes anything that provides entertainment value for our guests. So example of this would be our POGOs, or Philippine Offshore Gaming and Casino, theater houses, movie houses, um, park, and just like the Manila Ocean Park, Disneyland, Universal Studio, and I'm sure that you are missing visiting those kinds of places, because it's really fun to be there. And then the last one would be shopping. I mean, who doesn't love to shop? Every time we would be visiting a destination, we make it to a point that we would have our shopping bags ready or our eco bag ready, and we would be very glad to fill those with pasalubongs for our loved ones, whether that's a simple t-shirt, souvenir, keychain or ref magnet, or try the local delicacies of the different towns and municipalities to bring to your loved one. So all of these make up the diversity of our tourism and hospitality, and all of this would be beneficial to the MICE industry, because whenever people would travel for business or for MICE, they would always avail of this different sectors or segments of hospitality. So starting with the accommodation, food and beverage, attractions, shopping, and entertainment. All right, so we will stop on that topic. And for our next discussion, we would be discussing about the employment opportunities around the MICE industry. So again, my name is Professor Jeremiah Alioso. So thank you very much for tuning in, and you do have a great day. Bye-bye.